Julian, you always, I host the post-game show, so we get to listen to your pressers and stuff.
Yeah.
And you always come to the podium no matter what, just so level-headed and clear, whether you guys played well, whether you played bad. Is it important to you to kind of put that out there and lead by example, or is that just part of your personality and how you go about your day-to-day?
It's a little bit of both, for sure. I think that's kind of how I operate. I feel strongly about things, of course, but I internalize that a lot. Just try to stay consistent. And then, I think understanding kind of why I'm here, why, people up top believe in me to kind of be a leader on this team is for that level-headedness, is kind of for just who I am naturally. Yep. Just try to be a glue.
It can't be easy to implement a new defense, a brand new head coach. I'm sure that there was a lot for you guys to take on and learn. Do you feel like part of what you guys are dealing with as the season goes on is maybe after loss you go, oh, like this is now clicking, like it's a learning process? Is that how it feels?
It's a huge learning process. For sure, after every game, win or loss, there are still a lot of those moments where I think also understanding like how we want to call a game with the personnel we have, so it's always adjusting. And then, I feel like sometimes you might learn a thing that you didn't know exactly about that call. And that's just continuity, I think, just all kind of building on itself. And hopefully, I think it might not seem it, but I feel like we are kind of growing and climbing as a team, as a unit, of just understanding kind of one another, each other, coach to player, player to player, coach to coach.
I've never seen you like angry or emotional or anything, but what's the Julian Love like on the field? It's a different cat, right?
I mean, I have a little bit of a chip on my shoulder for sure when I take the field. I'm a believer in kind of speaking things into existence. And so when I wake up on game day, I just kind of have a certain mindset, certain things that I tell myself literally in the mirror as I'm brushing my teeth of how I want kind of my mindset to be for the day. My wife, she's been around me a few times on game days. Like one time last year, I drove her to the stadium for a night game, and she was trying to talk and be normal.
Oh, no.
And she kind of saw a glimpse of kind of and when she's seen me throughout college and high school and all that stuff, but she saw a little bit of my game day kind of mindset, and I just call it, I'm just a little on edge.
Sure.
To her, I'm just a little on edge. I'm not trying to talk. I'm kind of getting in the zone, kind of getting that, not anger, but just a little bit of a chip on my shoulder.
Sure. Yeah.
I love watching film, man, and I try to watch it and put myself in you guys' shoes. So then when I watch the game from the press box, I know what to expect. So I'm looking at the Rams, and I'm looking at all the motions. It's in every play there's a motion or something, and my first thought was the stress it puts the safeties under, because it seems like you guys have to rotate your rotation and all that good stuff. How important is communication going to be this week, and what kind of stress does that put a defense under because they have all this pre-snap stuff going on?
It's a huge communication game. They're very successful. Obviously, they have a lot of talented players, but it's a game of leverage. Like something so little as like not having the correct leverage on a play as they're motioning and shifting. Like Stafford's a vet; he's going to take exactly what you give him. So we kind of got to be on it every play. For safeties, we kind of see it all. We have to communicate, especially me. Kind of guys are looking at me to make certain checks and calls, and so I got to be on the ball each play. Kind of get the play quick, get the play call quick, and then get the checks out, and so everybody can know and we can all be on the same accord.
All right. Well, you also have to get back to your day. You have a very busy week of prep,
quick.
so we were able to just grab you for a couple of minutes here after practice. So we do appreciate your time, Julian. He is Julian Love. You're listening to The Huddle.